Hello everyone, we are back with some Sega Megadrive Classics, and we are going to be covering a few games that are either hacks or whole games that can be played from having ownership of another game. That may sound a little bit confusing, but I'll explain with the first mod on this list. So the first mod is for Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and it lets you play Super Mario Bros. For the NES. Everything plays well, with the exception of some input lag, but that's not the mod's fault. That is actually caused by the Sega Megadrive Classics. I will say, the input lag isn't as bad as I remember. I played this game for a little bit and I didn't experience any problems. The sound is a bit different, most notably the music, and I assume that's because it's running on the Genesis emulator. So, if you don't own Sonic the Hedgehog 1 and you still want to play this game, I'm pretty sure there are other options around that allow you to play Mario Bros. The full game just by owning either Sonic 1 or maybe Streets of Rage 1. You just have to look around in the workshop. The next game is Metal Sonic Hyperdrive, and it is a mod for Sonic 3D Blast. The game itself is a hack of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and it's one of my favorite hacks ever. Not this version, however. This is version 4.1, and this is much different from version 3.0, which is the one that I like and usually play. In this game, Metal Sonic can use a peel out, but not the spin dash. Instead of the spin dash, he has his boost move from Sonic CD. The music in this game is very enjoyable. It has tunes from Yu Yu Hakusho, The King of Fighters, and some others. This version of the game just feels like hard mode. The bosses now have a 50% increase in health, so it will take 12 hits to kill them instead of the usual 8. It just left a bad feeling with me when I played this game because I really like 3.0. I could collect all the Chaos Emeralds and beat the game. It is my favorite hack next to Sonic Mega Mix 3.0 and Sonic the Hedgehog Burned Edition. The last time I played Metal Sonic Hyperdrive 4.1, I remember getting a game over and just cutting it off. Next is a mod for Sonic 2, and it lets you play the game called The Second Samurai. This game is a 2D side-scroller, and I don't know if you want to call this a platformer, a beat-em-up, or a shoot-em-up, but as soon as I hit start and my character dropped to the ground, I knew this game was going to be a different experience. So at first I'm fighting a caveman, and then some apes, and then there's more cavemen, and then there's more apes, and then, it's like these guys were just sending waves of enemies one after another from both sides of the screen. And I'm just mashing at this point because I wasn't expecting this, I was expecting more of something like The Revenge of Shinobi or something, but they're sending enemies like Vampire Survivor. So, not long into the game, my enjoyment starts to just die out because it just feels like a very unbalanced game. It's as if the developer just wanted a quick cash grab. It feels very unfinished. And, funny thing about this is there's probably some people out there somewhere that think this is the best game ever. Next up is a game called Sunset Riders, which you can play by owning Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So, this game is popular, I assume, because I feel like anytime you see those videos where people are talking about like these classic retro hits, this game always comes up. So, this game is a great port to the Mega Drive system. It's really saturated and colorful. The gameplay is very unique. You kind of switch between this beat 'em up movement where you move in all directions, and then you kind of like move into like a 2D plane where your character's moving left and right while jumping on rooftops and ducking behind boxes. So the gameplay looks really fun, but I will admit I was just bad at this game. I am not very good. So you have to react quickly and or memorize, where these enemies are placed, because they fire at you really quickly and they could just pop out of windows and just appear from behind you, popping out the side of the screen and things like that. And when they shoot you, you die in one hit, but you do have continue. But I'm not exactly sure how many continues you have. I assume there's a lot, because I felt like I was dying a lot when I was playing this game. But every time it just asked me to continue, I just hit start and it just let me continue where I left off. So I just kept playing and I managed to beat the first stage. So maybe it plays just like the arcade where, you just have unlimited continues. But obviously, on a home console, you don't have to waste any money by keep dropping in quarters. So, from what I experienced, I say that it is a good game. I just wasn't very good at it. That's going to do it for me on this video. All of the games showcased today, with the exception of Metal Sonic Hyperdrive, are actually just official games that can be played by owning, either some of the Sonic games or the Streets of Rage games. So I guess what drew me to these type of mods today was, if you check the recently uploaded section, the mods are just things that have already been uploaded, like Knuckles the Echidna in Sonic 1, for example. So it's basically just junk. However, all the mods that we did showcase today in this video, I found them on the Steam Workshop. So if you're still here watching, I want to thank you all for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Take care.